immediately after the Second World War, the country carried out surveys, sample-based surveys, in reading comprehension and numeracy, mathematics. They did that 2 or 3 times at irregular intervals. But in the 1970s and 1980s, following the pattern in the USA, the country launched a program of sample-based surveys of attainment. 3 programs, one in mathematics at 2 different ages, primary school and lower secondary school, one in reading and one in science. Unfortunately, before that beginning program ended, a Conservative government was elected, Margaret Thatcher's government. And they had a very different view because the program we had tried to establish was not focused on school reporting. It was national reporting by mean scores. The Conservatives wanted to be able to compare schools, so they immediately cancelled that program and introduced a cohort system, i.e. every child in an age group would be tested or assessed. It began in the late 1980s with every child being assessed in most subjects in the curriculum on many aspects of development by teachers, which in principle was a good idea. But it was too much work for the teachers. And after several years, 5 or 6 years, they rebelled and they boycotted the whole thing, and there was a big national review, and the outcome was the teacher assessment was eliminated and replaced with short tests. The test-based system continued for quite a long time, but with many changes. And when the international surveys, of course, started to have an impact everywhere, not only was the assessment system changed from time to time, but the curriculum was too. So over 30 years, what was meant to be an indicator of system effectiveness was useless because there had been too many changes. So there are many changes happening all of the time. Whenever there is a change of government or a change of minister, it's a common pattern across the world, things change. So basically at this moment there is no national indicator. The indicator is PISA results. And the PISA results for England have been very steady, very stable in all 3 areas, mathematics, science, English language, over the last decade or more, since PISA was launched actually. And this has not pleased, of course, the politicians. For politicians, remaining the same is not a good outcome. They want to see rises, continual rise, so that they will be as good as Singapore or Hong Kong or many of these other jurisdictions, which are not actually entire countries, but that's another issue. So the indicator, in answer to your question, the indicator now is PISA results. And that influences not only assessment, but curriculum and everything else that goes on in schools. So there have been a number of indicators, but as soon as PISA was launched, like many countries, PISA has become the indicator.